Odin ruled with wisdom, Loki ruled with secrets, and there was one secret so terrible that when Odin finally uncovered it, the laughter in Valhalla died forever. This is the story of how the god of mischief murdered the god of light, and in doing so, sealed his own terrible fate. Baldr was the purest of the Aesir, the shining heart of Asgard. He was beloved by all. Where he walked, peace followed. His beauty was so radiant that flowers bloomed in his footsteps, and even the stones would weep if he was hurt. But one night, Baldr dreamed of his own death. He told his father, Odin, and a cold silence fell over the All-Father. For Odin knew prophecy was not a visitor, it was a destination. To protect his beloved son, Odin mounted his 8-legged steed, Sleipnir, and rode down the long, dark road to Hel, the land of the dead. There he confronted its queen and demanded the truth. She only smiled. "Your son will come to me soon," she promised. When Odin returned, his face was grim. He commanded Frigg, Baldr's mother, to travel the 9 realms and make every single thing swear an oath never to harm him. Fire swore, water swore, iron swore, stone swore. Every plant, every animal, every disease, every poison, they all gave their solemn promise. All except one tiny, insignificant sprig of mistletoe. Frigg thought it too small, too young, too harmless to even ask. But Loki, hiding in the shadows, heard that one small detail, and he remembered it. Soon, the gods in Asgard turned Baldr's new invulnerability into a game. It became the greatest entertainment in the halls of the gods. They would gather and hurl anything they could find at him. They threw stones, axes, and spears. Even Thor joined in, throwing his mighty hammer Mjolnir, only to watch it bounce harmlessly off Baldr's chest. The hall filled with thunderous laughter and cheers. Baldr stood smiling, unharmed by it all. But Loki sat in the corner, his smile a thin, sharp line. Because nothing enrages a trickster more than perfection he cannot spoil. He slipped away from the feast, unnoticed. He found that single sprig of mistletoe and, with his dark magic, sharpened it into a small, deadly dart. When he returned to the hall, the revelry was at its peak. He spotted the blind god Hödur, Baldr's own brother, standing alone, unable to join the game. Loki sidled up to him and whispered, "Why do you not honor your brother Baldr like the others?" Hödur sighed and replied, "Because I am blind and have no weapon. I cannot see where to throw." Loki's voice was like honey. "Let me help you honor him." He placed the mistletoe dart into Hödur's hand and carefully guided his aim toward Baldr. "Throw!" Loki urged. Hödur, wanting only to be part of the celebration, threw the dart with all his might. The gods laughed again, expecting it to be just another harmless throw. But this time, the laughter froze in their throats. The dart flew true, striking Baldr directly in the heart. The god of light, the joy of Asgard, collapsed to the floor, dead. For a moment, there was only a stunned, horrified silence. Then the hall erupted into chaos and grief. No one understood what had just happened until Odin's gaze fell upon Loki. And in Loki's eyes, Odin saw not shock or guilt, but a flicker of cold, triumphant satisfaction. Odin's voice, filled with a father's grief and a king's rage, shook the very foundations of Asgard. You planned this." Loki's grin finally faded, but not from fear. It was replaced by pure, arrogant pride. "I only gave the gods something they'd never had before," he sneered. "An ending." The Aesir, in their fury, seized the blind Hödur, but it was Loki they truly wanted. But the trickster was too fast. He vanished from the hall, his mocking laughter echoing back through the mountains as he fled. Odin's profound grief turned into a burning, all-consuming fury. He swore an oath that Loki would pay for his betrayal with an eternity of pain. But the damage was already done. Baldr's death wasn't just the murder of a god. It cracked the very fabric of fate. The seers began to whisper that this act of betrayal was the first tremor, the first spark of the prophesied Ragnarok, the twilight of the gods, the end of all things. They buried Baldr upon his great ship, setting it ablaze upon the sea, and it seemed as if even the flames mourned his passing. Odin stood on the shore, a silent, grim figure, realizing the prophecy was no longer a distant threat. It had already begun. The world would not burn from the fire of giants or the ice of primeval frost, but from a poison that had grown within their own halls, betrayal, and Loki's final terrible secret, his ultimate trick, had doomed them all. Next time, you'll see how Odin finally caught him, and how Loki's punishment became one of the most horrifying and unforgettable legends in all the 9 realms. If you want to witness the forging of the chain that held a god, make sure to like, comment with the myth you want to see next, and subscribe to Pantheon, where myths burn brighter than ever.